What's good, everybody? It's Kariuki from Denied Approval, and you're watching the LIQ podcast.
You are now tuned into the LIQ podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into the LIQ podcast. You know the day, you know the vibe.
Yes, mate.
Hey, welcome to episode 17.5. Today's guest is from Boston, Massachusetts. Massachusetts?
Worcester. Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester. Massachusetts is a hard one to say.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, there you go.
Today's guest is from Worcester, Massachusetts, right? I say that right?
Yeah.
Something right there. He now resides in the OC. He started out as a video director. He went on tour with Lil Yachty 3 years ago and has been going viral ever since.
Oh, wow.
The way he's been going viral is by sneaking into all the major festivals and vlogging about it, dropping exclusive footage with A$AP Rocky, Lil Uzi, Young Thug, Kanye, just to name a few. His A$AP Rocky vlog just hit 1 million.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah, he's up there right now with the numbers. And alongside that, he's now launched his own brand, which is Denied Approval. It's a clothing brand, and that's taking off like crazy. Whoa, these dudes went to the Supreme billboard on Sunset Boulevard, like the billboard, and then threw their logo over Supreme's. And what's crazy, I was watching your vlog today. They did it all for the adrenaline, bro.
That's it.
That's the kind of energy we need to be around. So,
of course.
Yeah, for real. Ladies and gentlemen, help me give a big hand for Kariuki. Let's go. Get it up. What's good, bro? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Blessed. How was your day today?
It was slow, man.
Slow?
Just slow day after slow day.
Yeah. How's the move been for you?
It's been cool, man. Just getting settled in, trying to I just moved into that other spot, so I'm just getting settled in again.
How long have you been over on this side?
About a week now, probably.
Really?
Yeah. Or no, maybe like 2 weeks.
You moved from Worcester 2 weeks ago?
No. I've been in LA and California for 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
On and off, yeah.
Wow.
What's dope about him, and this is the main, not the main reason, but one of the reasons why I wanted to have him on the show is because a lot of people come to LA to chase their dreams, follow their dreams, and go crazy and do the things that he's actually doing. But not a lot of people are willing to put the time and the sacrifice and everything it takes to actually do it.
Right.
And not just do it and front about it, but he's very transparent about what he's done. He stayed in his car. For how long were you in your car for?
Yeah, that shit was 3-4 months or so.
Yeah. And literally vlogged about it. Like how to live in LA for free. Something like that, right? Yeah.
Wow. That's a bit mental, right? Because usually people give up at that point, right? When you're living in your car for a month, you probably think it's probably enough now, isn't it? You persisted.
Yeah, man. It's it's one of those things where I guess when when I was touring with Yachty and them, being able to see that closely, success and what that meant, it kind of lets you know it's a real. You're no longer just shooting a shot.
Right? It's tangible.
I mean? You know exactly what you're working for, and you know it's a lot more easy to see okay, is this worth it? What I'm going through now, what it could be. Yeah, right. This is worth it. Fuck it. Let me just thug this out.
Right.
Yeah. Your relationship with Yachty has opened up a lot of other doors for you, but how did the initial relationship with Yachty start?
So that started, I had just started sneaking into shows and shit and learning how to get into that whole world.
Yeah.
And there was this Yachty show in Boston, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just try to sneak in and just see what happens. Let me just try to get something out of it, maybe a music video or something like that.
Yeah.
So I went down there with one of my friends, and we snuck in that bitch, and it was crazy, bro. In going into it, you don't know what could possibly come from it.
Yeah.
And then piece by piece, you're just all right, let me and that's kind of what finessing is,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
You don't have a plan, you don't know what's gonna happen, but it's the ability to like build a plan as it's happening, and you're just like, okay, bet.
Yeah,
This is what I gotta do.
I feel like his name is big enough to get him into these places, but that word has come around a lot. Finesse. I feel like you fell in love with the finesse.
Yeah, man, it's a lifestyle, bro.
Yeah,
It's a whole lifestyle.
It's like you could probably make a phone call and get a wristband and ticket, but I feel like you do it for the finesse. And he vlogs the whole finesse.
Really?
From the Uber into the arena. Yeah, it's crazy.
But do you finesse your relationships?
Yeah, not so much.
Isn't that a
anymore.
negative though?
Nah. It's a game, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like this. At the beginning, I used to do it a lot more. Like I would just like see someone and be like, "Hey, how you been?" Like, and they don't know who the fuck I am, but then they're just gonna be like, "Oh, what's up?" Because clearly they think they met me before.
Right.
So I'm just like, "What's up, man? How you been?" So they're nice to me, and I'll make sure they remember me from that moment. So when I see them again, I'm like, "What's up, man? I met you here. Remember?" They're like, "Oh yeah, what's up, man?" Like, it was like that type of shit in the beginning.
Hey,
but like,
have you ever led a whole conversation with somebody that was just going along with it?
100%,
yeah, that's
because
hilarious.
people aren't like bold enough to be like, "I don't know who you are."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just gonna be like, "Yeah, for sure."
How in the heck did you figure that, mate? There's books on this stuff, like neuro-linguistic programming, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's just
you just figured it out.
I think it's just like growing up like with a lot of like siblings and cousins, and it's like I had to learn how to like talk my way out a lot of shit. So it's just like
Natural
know?
to you, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's lit.
Dude, you should do, you know they're doing those masterclasses on,
Yeah.
you should do a masterclass on finessing.
I have a miniature version of it.
Yeah,
Do you really?
Yeah, he runs a Patreon which breaks down social media for people that are interested on learning how to finesse, how to grow their brand, and different things like that. Yeah.
Dope, man. I'm going to have to check that
Yeah,
out.
so
sure.
let's talk a little bit about that.
What you want to know?
How do you view content? How did you realize like this is the lane I got to do? Was it because finances were needed, or because like everybody else is just trying to create content for the sake of creating content? How valuable do you see content?
I guess content like now is different than like when I first started. When I first started, it was more like that's what me and my friends did for fun. You know, we'd like go out and just like film each other and just like make stupid edits and shit.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't really till I like realized I can get paid for it. That's when I was like, oh, content. Like,
Yeah.
all right. And so like, I guess for me now, I don't really like doing much stuff for other people. I kind of just like to like make videos for myself and like denied approval and like just keep that energy based around myself.
That's another question I had. As a content creator, as a director, as an editor, I know doing music videos brings money in, right? Mm-hmm. It brings in a check to push somebody else's dream and be behind the camera, right? Your transition, and I like the way it's been laid out because you transition from behind it to in front of it in a very cool way that I think not a lot of people are able to do.
There was so many things that go into that one specific thing there. Like, that was a huge, like, I don't know, transition or like thing that I've been working on over the past year is like, how do I do this transition or whatever? I guess I started with like what I want from this. Like before it was like, I know that I'm good at videos. So like, let me do videos for these people so I can like meet everyone that's around them. And then,
it opens doors.
Exactly. It gets me into where I need to be and then like, you know, get some bread in my pocket. And so like after doing a lot of that, you know what I mean? Just like making money and spending it. And it's like all the like financial aspects of it go out the window. And it's just like, do I like doing this or do I not like doing this? And so for me, it was like, I just didn't really enjoy it as much. Like, I think just as I get older too, I'm more conscious of like letting other people kind of like fuck up my energy and like just like my mood and like how I'm feeling and stuff. So like I learned that just from working with myself and like trying to do everything like that I spend my time on, like having it be something I want to do makes me happy. Like honestly, I wouldn't even say that I knew what I wanted to do, but I knew like what I didn't want to do.
Got you.
And that kind of just shaved away into like what I'm doing right now.
So does that mean that you've got some financial security?
No.
Because that's mental, right?
Yeah.
For you to chase what you truly want to do, right? And not do what you feel like you have to do just to make money. That's pretty mental.
No, but I think that, I mean, I could speak for myself when I say it. Protecting your happiness, once you've experienced it, I mean, you go to asking yourself.
It's crucial.
Yeah, it's crucial. Like, it's priceless, bro.
But some people would say, like, sacrifice till you get to the point that you are financially secure, and therefore you won't have to deal with that again anymore anyway.
Mm-hmm. Say it again?
So some people would say, you know what? I'm just going to sacrifice for the next 5 years, right? And just work as much as possible, rake in the money, save, get financially secure, and then at that point, I can just do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people would say that. I mean, I admire the fact that you just you jump without a parachute.
Because the thing is though, like even with that, like that's with the mentality that you're gonna be here when your hard work is done. You know, like
dude,
you don't know. You actually like
talk more about that.
Yeah.
Go
on. So I lost like a couple friends a couple years ago, and like that shit just totally shifted like my perspective on just like pursuing life and just, you know what I mean? Like
how
it's just so like and I was total opposite before. Like I was completely unaware of like just like time and just like what it actually means to like get the honor to be here and like live, you know what I mean? And so it's like for me, like I'm carrying out plans that were supposed to be with like a couple people, you know, and they're not here. So it's constantly just like a reminder of like, yo, do this shit, you know? Like, there's no time to be this year, next year, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On his vlog, he said he was worried about paying rent. They did the Supreme banner cover.
Right.
And then they did a t-shirt drop of what they did, and he paid rent in 3 hours by selling t-shirts.
That shit was crazy.
That kind of stuff that happens, it's just like, okay, that means I just have to figure it out.
That gives me chills, man.
Yeah, like as long as you go to the drawing board and you know how to figure it out, it's like, okay, how do I figure it out today? How do I figure it out today? How do I figure it out today? And every time you figure it out, it's like, you got it, you get it, you understand it, it makes sense.
All right, so from my perspective, right?
Yeah.
Doing something like that, the first thing that would come to my mind is getting sued. Mm-hmm. You don't even think of that.
No, I do. Like, of course, you got to think of that. You're like, like if I'm going to do it, what could like realistically happen? But then you just weigh out the options. You're just like, if the purpose of me doing this is to get like, eyes on it, right?
Right.
If I get sued, I'm gonna be able to get even more eyes on it.
Right.
So it's like I know in my head that if I were to get sued, I'll make that go even more viral than it did,
right?
And then
you know it's funny when
capitalize on it somehow.
When I did this set, everybody was like, "Yo, you worried about the Simpsons?" And soon I said, "Bro, if the Simpsons are coming after me, we're good.
Honor, yeah.
We're good. We're solid right now." Yeah,
that's amazing, man. How you managed to take what some could consider a negative and figure out how to make it a positive for yourself and not an obstacle, right, to achieving what you ultimately achieved. That's mental.
Yeah, we're in an era where the whole internet era where everything is free game now. If it's on the internet, if it's on Instagram, whatever, if it's on MP3 file, whatever, it's for people to use, grab, create, share, and make content out of. Like, you get what I'm saying? And so I think the whole back in the day, being sued was just such a big thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were scared of copyrights and all this. Now people just like, they do whatever they want.
You know what's interesting? I've noticed, right, that the Kardashians are constantly being sued.
Yeah.
Because they got it.
Well, they've got it, right? More than likely they'll get away with it. And thirdly, it's publicity, which is the most valuable thing.
100%.
And so you just made me realize, bloody hell, they don't care.
They don't care.
And too, you know what just became apparent to me is like the generational differences in thinking, right? Your perception, right, as a younger generation is completely different.
Yeah.
Like the way that you see content, right? Everything's fair game, right? To an older generation, they're like, what in the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right? It's a completely different way of seeing the world.
Like if you look at memes, bro, like they made fun of Jordan with his crying face, and when he was at Kobe's funeral, he's like, here's another 20 years of memes.
Right.
After he cried, like it's gonna be took.
But also too, the younger generation, right, don't have to ask permission anymore.
No.
Nah.
Right? Because before, if you wanted to make some money, it was much more difficult than it is now.
Yeah.
Right? You would probably have to go through some adults in order to get some. Now, you don't have to go through no one.
There's kids that are
Just
richer
a
than
laptop
adults. Yeah.
and the internet. And you can figure out how to make some money. I saw that girl the other day, the one that was, she was basically telling off all of her fans, right, for being poor. And they were all paying her money. What was the, she was a Twitch streamer. And she's one of the most highest paid.
She was going in on the people paying her.
She was going on in. So she's got subs, right? I guess they subscribe, right? But also too, she had people that were fans of hers watching her, but weren't subs because they couldn't afford it. And she was just going in on them, mate. Yeah. And I was like, this is absolutely mental. She's worth how much money?
Yeah, but not only that, for a lot of people, the more reckless you are, the more views you get too. It probably brought in more subs for her, to be honest.
Oh my God, that's crazy, man.
To be honest. Let's talk about the clothing brand. How did Denied Approval come about?
Shit. The name of the brand came about. I kind of had I had the idea of what it like. I went through this phase of kind of just realizing like it's a lot easier for me to get people to support like a thing rather than like me, like a person. So I was kind of like, let me just build a brand that's like kind of every aspect of me, but it's like faceless, you know, like it's mine. People know it's mine, but at the end of the day, like it's just simply easier to support the thing than the person. So
yeah, why is that, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's like egos, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like we're all trying to win, you know? So like someone's only going to support someone if it's going to help them win. But it's like, let's say if it's something as simple as a hoodie, like you could make that person look more fire. Yeah. So they're more willing to wear it and support it and like,
that's,
you know?
wild to me, bro.
So it's like taking the like soul out of it and just giving the, you know?
Yeah.
So can you explain a little bit more to me about what you mean by, so I know that it's not about you, but you made it about something. What did you make it about?
So like for me, like Denied Approval is just like, it's like do not wait for anyone to like give you that approval that you're looking for, you know? Like everyone's, or at least like coming up in my generation, it's like, that's like we all want to like, we have these huge dreams and like they slowly get like shaved away into like what we can do. And it's just about like not waiting for anyone to give you that reinforcement of like, no, you can do it. Like, fuck that shit. Even if you're like all the odds against you, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to figure that shit out, you're gonna figure it out.
Mate, you seem like the walking definition of that, based upon what I've heard so
far.
That's
what they say.
He did a pop-up shop, and they were doing free tattoos at the pop-up shop.
Oh, yeah.
He has a cult following, bro.
Wow.
They literally had, well, I don't know how many people. I want to say a handful or maybe 2 handfuls of people that got the logo tatted on them.
Yeah, man. It was probably like 20. That shit was crazy.
How does that feel, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, that shit was crazy. Like
buying a hoodie is one thing, right? Supporting the brand is one thing, but when somebody's like, "Yeah, put that on me," like,
but that's what you've created is a powerful. It has a powerful meaning, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So whether that was your brand or not, like I could see why people would want to put it on them.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it's what that is like a like. What I try to do with Denied Approval is like provide like inspiration. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what I look at as like my product. It's not like the hoodies or the videos or the entertainment. It's like inspiration. So it's like when you have something that you see Denied Approval, you associate it with being inspired, and it's like when you put that on you, it's like the same thing like how I have my brothers tattooed on me. And it's like when I see that, it inspires me to like keep going, you know? And so like what I feel like I've done is created that thing for people to like constantly, and whether it's like watching YouTube or like you might like wake up and look through your closet and you're like, oh shit, like
you're there and you see people getting tatted up. What did that feel like, bro?
That shit was crazy. There was so much shit going on that day though, like I was trying to figure out. Yeah. So I didn't get to like take it in, but I think when I was editing the video,
you're like,
and I was just like,
shit,
damn, this is crazy. This is for a lot, and it's just like more like motivation for me to keep going. Like people have to explain what that shit is, so like I gotta give them a fire ass answer, so it's not just
And what's dope, bro, is like even after tapping in today, you know, doing the research and all that stuff, it's like the story, the come up, the hustle, the grind, and everything. It's something to be proud of being behind. You get what I'm saying? And so for that, I commend that 1,000%.
For sure, man. But as I'm hearing you talk, right, I can hear you're not just talking out the side of your neck, right? So where do you, when you're talking about the fact that the hoodie is not the product, right? The inspiration is the product. Yeah. That's not just, you know what I mean? You don't just pull that out the air. What do you feed yourself, mate? And I'm not talking about food.
Honestly, bro, just like time. Like I'm like a overthinker, problem solver. Like I really like to like observe and just comprehend like what things mean, and like even going back to the whole finesse thing, it's like finessing is just like battling like somebody mentally, you know what I mean? Figuring out like what are they gonna do, like what can I do if they do this or if they do that, you know? So like I guess it's kind of just like breaking stuff down, figuring it out, figuring out how shit works, and then like, all right, how can I beat it?
Yeah, that's dope. That's fine. I think for myself as well, like obstacles, I kind of like them because it allows me to work on me. Right. Because I fall in love with the process of the work.
That's definitely you, mate.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, even to like be here and see the garage and then be like, all right, now this is the spot where I'm gonna like, you know, make a couple $1 million. You know, that like that's the whole thing. You got to be able to like see it for like what it is and what it could be.
How you feeling, Will?
Mate, I'm looking forward to listening. Charged up? No, I'm looking forward to listening to your Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, because just before all of this coronavirus stuff was going on, I got my logo created. We was about to get things going with my business, and then all this happened, and then. But hearing this, I'm like, this is the type of stuff I need to get into.
Just watching from the internet, from the sidelines, and all that stuff. It's like the push through and the drive, and the adrenaline is the fuel. That's the crazy part. Like when he breaks down the story of climbing up that pole, like, well, how high did you have to get before the ladder?
That shit was like, oh, there was like 12 feet and then like another like 20 feet. Like, that shit was kind of crazy.
Damn. OD. Yeah.
Damn.
So, all right. So let's talk a little bit about like times and everything, you know, that's happened. How has that affected you and what you do, or has it?
With like the Corona shit?
Yeah, with the whole Corona shit going on.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, it's like allowing me to chill without feeling bad for it. You know, it's like I'm always like every day, like even if I'm like tired, I don't want to do shit, I'm like on the go. So like it's kind of forced me to slow down and just like, you know, just take a break and chill.
That's tight. Yeah, for myself, and we shot an episode last week, and only like it was an hour and a half episode, and we only got like 20 minutes of it. That's why this is 17.5. And I honestly, like, it's just taking a step back, and I've been focusing on the crib a lot, bro, and just working. I've been getting involved with like my tools and stuff like that. So taking time out and not worried about the grind so much with the media and the content and the race and the chase, it's a good little like recharge, bro.
Yeah, no,
I agree. Honest.
I agree. We're doing the same thing at home. We've done a lot around the house, and then also too, it's given us a chance to focus on the kids, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And not only the kids, but also to our parenting, we've been questioning the way that we parent, the things that we do, and challenging ourselves to make sure we're not damaging our kids.
Yeah. Bro, I just got my son a personal trainer on Wednesday. She comes through. Shout out Britt. He stood up and I went to bed early, and my son is 7 years old, and I didn't know this, but I realized this morning. He played Fortnite until the sun came up. He's like, yeah, I saw a light outside, Dad. And I'm like, oh, you stayed up all night? He was so burnt this morning for workout, bro. And I'm just like, man, getting a hold of this whole sleep cycle and just the way we're living here at the house is crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's real easy to fall out of routine, mate, and lose your way. I was saying to my wife yesterday, I said, there's some people, right, that are really struggling right now.
Yeah.
Because they need that routine. They need that, like, 9 to 5.
Stopping is hard.
This is the way life goes. Yeah. Dude, domestic violence is shot through the roof.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. 10%. The divorce rate in China after they let everybody out went up by 10%.
Yeah.
So people actually got around their wives and their husbands and figured out, you know what? I actually don't really like you very much.
That's crazy.
They were forced.
Yeah. You stay with anybody right now, or you stay by yourself?
Yeah, I actually just moved into a house with like, I think like 7 other people.
Oh, okay. So
that shit's lit.
Yeah, okay. So the whole lonely thing hasn't hit you yet, then, because that's who I feel bad for. I feel bad for the people that are alone, because it's like the people that are alone and that are taking it serious. That's who I feel bad for, because and like OD serious. I'm not just talking about like, I take it serious, but I'm not like, you get what I'm saying?
You're not watching the news every day, all day.
After you sent me that thing, I just that kind of changed the way how I feel about things right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, man, look, I got to be careful, man, because the thing is this. You're sending people videos, right? And it's talking about all this different type of stuff and putting all these ideas in your head. But then if you're left in a position where you can't do anything about it, what's the point?
What was the name of the
Out of Shadows.
Out of Shadows.
Yeah.
So it talks about the media and how what we're actually watching is just
it's propaganda, basically.
Yeah, like they're shaping how we think, and there's 6 major players in media that we as a viewer, we think we have options of what we watch and what we feed ourselves, but they're all basically pushing the same agenda just through different outlets.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm saying, watching the news about the virus and all this stuff or whatever, I know it's real, I get it, I understand it, but the numbers that they're talking about. Did you see that video that went out? It was in the press conference. They're like, "Yo, everybody here is vaccinated, anyways." Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Nah,
you didn't see that? Yeah, they basically said they were talking about a USC report that basically came out and said that the death rate of coronavirus is essentially the same as the flu.
Oh yeah.
You heard about that, right?
In the beginning, right?
Huh?
Was that towards the beginning?
No, this just came
recently.
out.
Oh, really?
The cameras were rolling before the actual press conference started. So guys were in the room setting up, and they're just having talk to each other, not even knowing the mics are hot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and they're
they actually said, well, everybody in here is vaccinated anyway. And so I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean you're vaccinated? What does that mean?
Telling everybody what to do, 6 feet apart, not to shake hands, and they're doing press conferences with people all right there. Like, you get what I'm saying? Trump's still reaching his hand out, and they're like, nah, damn, like, come on, bro. That stuff is crazy to me.
Dude, there's so many different weird things that are happening at the moment. I've seen more UFO sightings in the past week than in the past, like,
UFO sightings. Like, you actually seen it, or
no,
somebody?
Like videos. They put videos online. Recent UFO sightings, and like that geezer over in North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Like, he's supposed to be brain dead, right? But I heard that his sister is even worse than he is. So it's not like we're going to be getting anything much better.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. After watching that thing you sent me yesterday, I don't believe anything I hear anymore.
It's hard to.
It's really hard to.
So
bro.
then what do you do? Because you know what's crazy about all of this? Have you heard of Alex Jones?
I don't know.
InfoWars.
I think so.
No? So he was known as a conspiracy theorist, right? And he had a massive show. All of his videos online would get millions of views and all of that. Whenever he goes on Joe Rogan's numbers skyrocket, man. And they deplatformed him. He's not allowed on YouTube, IG, Facebook, nothing. They shut him down. But he's been talking about all the stuff that you saw.
Yeah.
Talking about it for years.
I seen YouTube on that list that came up.
Really?
On that thing. Yeah. It was one of the logos under the Mickey ears.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Crazy, bro.
What do you think about all of that? Like, these social media companies being able to determine what they show on their platforms.
You think you're free putting out whatever content you want, breaking barriers and lines, but in reality, you really can't.
Yeah, I feel like it's up to the person putting it out. Like, that's because at the end of the day, you have to understand like the responsibility that comes with that shit too. You know, like you're like creating the way someone's gonna think and like treat other people, and like those thoughts can grow into like actions that, you know, at the end of the day, you're responsible for. So it's like, me, I can't do anything about it for what anyone else is putting out but myself. So like, I feel like it's kind of just, you know, everyone knows what they're putting out in the world, and that's on them.
Right. Yeah. I'm curious, especially with people that generate their income from social media or YouTube. These companies have got so much power, right? Like, they can literally just shut you off like that.
Yeah.
Right? And then, like, even to me, I used to watch Alex Jones all the time, and then you didn't see him pop up anymore, and so he just kind of went out of my mind. And then all of a sudden,
I gotta look him up. But that reminds me about what you said about the whole Hitler thing, and when that happened, they burnt the textbooks.
Yeah.
Right? That's their version of today of just shutting people up and not listening to the information.
Yeah, you won't find one of his videos on YouTube at all.
That's crazy.
Wow.
You'll see him on other people's. But yeah, basically what happened with him, he said that the Sandy Hook shooting, the school shooting, Sandy Hook, he said that they had crisis actors as some of the parents.
Oh, yeah.
And so then he got sued for that. And then because he lost, I think he did lose, they deplatformed him.
That's crazy.
And
is there any documentaries or anything on him?
On him?
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads of... dude, just watch him on Joe Rogan, man.
All right, I'll do that.
Dude, this guy has so much info.
I feel like I might have seen that, the Joe Rogan one.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, dude, he can rattle it off, bro.
Yeah.
Like that for hours.
And what's wild is when you watch somebody that you just see their brain work. And they're tapped out of like what's actually happening, and they're just giving information out. I like that about Joe Rogan's podcast, because he allows people to do that.
Bro.
Yeah.
And he lets him go sometimes. But bro, he'll talk about crazy wild stuff about like the Clinton body count. Like, he came out about that, like how people that's come out.
Hillary Clinton was part of a sex tribe or something like that.
No. Pizzagate. The Pizzagate.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's up with Hillary, bro?
The body count.
I don't want to think about Hillary and nothing sexual.
I think she was kind of bad when she was younger. I'm not gonna lie.
She was cute.
She was kind of good. I seen
cute.
it.
All right, well, let's get into the next segment. This segment is called Talk to Me Nice. It's brought to you by Earful. They're a clothing company outside of Norwalk. Follow them on Instagram and Twitter. That's Earful562. Let's get into the first phone call. Here we go.
Hi, it's Joy. Joy. And my question, I really trust you guys, and so this is not an easy question to ask, but there's nobody else that I trust more than you guys. In your honest opinion, did that bitch Carol Baskin do it?
Have you watched Tiger King?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about Carol Baskin?
She did that shit, 100%.
What makes you so sure?
She's a wild one, bro. Every time they ask her about her husband, she's smiling, bro. There's no emotion in her. Like, it's just sucked out of her.
You can see it in her eyes.
Yeah. Wow. You're like, where's the...
You see that? You see the picture of, like, her new husband in the tiger chair?
On a leash. Oh, my God.
New husband on a leash?
Her new husband, he's wearing a tiger outfit.
That's wild, man.
She's holding him on a leash. I seen a meme. It was like when the pussy's good and you don't want to leave. Oh, it's crazy. And so, did you see the music video?
No.
What, his music video?
Joe Exotic's music video where he put the lookalike. And she was, yeah.
I haven't seen any of it.
Bro, you gotta tap in.
I can't do it, man.
It's pretty
Listen,
wild.
I heard how he was taking homeless people in and turning them out.
You just gotta watch it, bro. You just gotta
I'm
watch
like,
it.
dude, that's abuse, man.
Hey, I finally seen Teasy. The homie that said the Netflix check kicked in and he had all his teeth. The dude that was getting interviewed had like 3 teeth. Bro, he got a whole solid rack right now. Going crazy. Yeah. But honestly, I think she did it. That's the only way. Like, oh, well, he had Alzheimer's or amnesia.
She was making all type of shit up.
Yeah.
And she never got convicted.
They're still trying to convict her, bro. But now that this whole series has come out, more eyes are on it. But this dude Joe Exotic from his zoo was putting on internet shows trying to get her convicted heavy.
Really?
Bro, he got in a bunny outfit, put blood on himself, went outside of her facility and was like, she's a killer, where's her husband? Craziness, bro. For real. You good? Carol Baskin got him shook.
That's actually a really good slogan.
All right, let's get into the next phone call.
Yo. AP, what's good? 7 o'clock. Just checking in with you guys. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are being safe. Hope you're practicing social distancing from at least 6 feet apart, because that's the buzzword right now. My main question is for both you guys. And I know we've had this quarantine going on, and first it was 1 week, then it was 2 weeks, then it was 30 days. Now we're at May 15th. So the question is, when do you think this will really end? I get the feeling that they're going to go until at least June, maybe the end of June. Obviously they're not saying that yet. Or do you guys think that May 15th they're going to lift it and things will get back to, quote unquote normal, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But, yep, that's all I got. Hope you guys are safe, and talk to you soon. Take care, guys. Later. Bye.
All right, so they said May 15th is the open up day that America's supposed to open back up on in Cali or whatever.
When did they say that?
It was supposed to be April, and then they pushed it back to May 15th or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? When do you guys think we're supposed to open back up again? Do you think the dates they're giving us is an actual thing?
It's cap. It's gotta be. I don't know, man.
Well, what's your perception of all of this?
I'm like, see, at first I dove into it and then I pulled out, so I don't like have the accurate story of what's going on. But like, I just judging everything from like
when it first came out, you was on
far
it?
out perspective. Yeah, I'm like, they're doing a whole lot. This has to be like something for
crazy,
because they shut the whole government down.
Yeah.
Like they're not making money. Like we're not making money. Like something's got to happen. But then it's like, I don't know, man.
What was it that made you be like, I'm kind of over it?
I think I called my mom one night and she was just like, you're tripping, just like forget about it.
Yeah.
And then I did.
What did you go down the rabbit hole? Did you?
Yeah, and then you get scared and you're like, oh fuck, like imagine if they kill everybody, and then we're like definitely the ones that are gonna get killed.
Yo, we
and shit.
were on phone calls. He's like, yo, you gotta get the strap. Martial law's
Yeah.
coming.
Nah,
They
for
got the
real.
tanks. It was going crazy over here, bro. And everybody's all on the shook tip. And like, I'm like, bro, listen, if I don't see you for a week, we're trying to figure out how to record remotely.
Yeah,
do all
like-
kinds of craziness before like it actually gets shut down. The purge that started coming up in conversation.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? And now it's at a point where it's like I had that talk with Randall, like I said before. His wife works at Whittier Hospital. They cleared out a whole floor for patients and stuff like that, and nobody showed up. Like,
Sure.
you get me? Like, I mean, it's good that nobody showed up and prepared for it.
But that's not what you would believe if you watch the news.
Yeah. From what you're hearing, you just hear totally different. But then I just talked to my friend AP. He was telling me that somebody that he actually knew died from it. that was actually kind of close and lived in. I told him you lived in Glendora. I forgot where they said they lived. It was somewhere on this side, but they had pre-existing conditions.
Right.
So there was a lot of other complications and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just one of those things where the more and more the freak out is kind of gone. And now it's more like, okay, now let's just get back to just moving as we were. You feel me?
Yeah. But the thing is, mate, that's all well and good. Let's go back to normal. But a whole lot of stuff happened, right?
Yeah.
We just passed a bill to generate $2.5 trillion, right? There's consequences to that.
Have you got your stimulus check yet?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And
I ain't get mine yet. What's up? You get yours?
No, I didn't even do the thing for it.
Oh, for
no,
real?
I didn't do anything.
I didn't pay taxes.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, well, you gotta
cut that part out.
That can catch me next year.
Yeah, you saw how I treated Supreme.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I got mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, look, it's all well and good. Actually, it was hilarious to me. I saw that black guy on World Star, and he had his gun next to him, and he was saying that he just got his check from Trump. And he said, if anybody's got a problem with Trump, they can come see me. Trump's my mother effing president. Blah, blah. I don't want to hear no bad talking about Trump. Blah, 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 blah.
I seen another dude. Was he wearing glasses?
No, I don't think this guy was.
Yeah. Look at it closely. That dude, it was like, look at it closely. Junior was going crazy on the internet about it.
But there's a cost to that, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Take it home now and pay later. That's basically what just happened. But nobody sees that.
Yeah.
Because nobody
even learns that to begin with.
No, they don't.
So it's like,
right?
They said it was like not paid back. Like,
yeah, you
No,
don't.
you don't
But that's
have
what
to-
they'll tell you, though.
No,
You
here's the
feel me?
thing. You don't have to pay it back like, hey, I
Here's
owe
the
you money, here's the money.
They're gonna get
what
it.
they're going to do
Yeah.
is increase taxes so they get their money back. Plus, whenever you generate just money and just pump it into the system, it causes inflation, which means things become more expensive and your dollar is worth less. So if you've got savings in your bank, overnight, it just becomes worth less.
Wow.
But nobody sees that.
Yeah.
It's wild to me, man.
Yeah, well, I feel like people feel not powerless in a sense, but it's like you're going up against a monster, and you as a person, where do you start? Where do you hit?
Dude, they've been saying it for ages, man.
No. But
Go and vote.
No,
You have to.
Uh,
No, well, this is what I'm saying. But what they say is, like, if you listen to like people like Killer Mike, right? He'll talk about locally.
his show is.
He's
tight,
not
yeah.
talking about like just the president. He's talking about voting people in locally that will do the things that your community needs them to do and support those people. And then from there you go state and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But if you don't go out and vote for no one.
Nobody's worried about the bigger picture. Yeah,
nobody
that's what it
cares.
is. I mean, they care because they're being affected now, but when you're actually in it to just do due diligence and be an American,
Right.
nobody wants to sign up to be an American. They're just about living that life. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Trump did a stroke of genius by putting his name on the stimulus checks. Stroke of genius.
So we can say I did a good job.
Positive association, mate.
Yeah.
You receive that check, you see his name, you feel good feelings.
Yeah.
So when
those feelings go right to his name.
exactly. So whenever you see him and they're talking negative about him, you're gonna switch him off, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Smart guy.
all right, let's get into the next phone call.
Bloody hell.
Got you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? The question that I have for you is you were Donald Trump's homie, and you were the type of homie that can give this dude, like, open and honest feedback. I'm talking, like, just raw, hey, I care about you, this is why I'm going to tell you like it is. What's the one thing you would ask him, and why would you ask it? And what kind of response do you think he would give you in return? That's my question.
Donald Trump is your homie. He's your BFF. You know what I mean? You could talk to him on a personal level. What are you asking him, and what do you think his response is?
Listen, man, I'll be honest with you. I was watching him the other day.
Yeah.
in his press conferences, right? He's been doing like 2-3 hour press conferences, right? And he's getting battered. Like, they're caning him, mate. They're just
But what are you asking him, or what are you telling him?
But check this out. The reason why I'm saying all of that is this. I looked at this guy and I saw how resilient he is.
Yeah.
So me personally, I want to understand, like, when these people are saying all of this nonsense to your face, how are you able to just tune that out? I'm not lying, man, because if you're getting that for 2-3 hours a day, do you know what I'm saying?
What do you think his response would be?
Bro, I don't even think it registers. He just hears it, fires back his own insult, and it doesn't sit with him. It just goes away, man.
I probably wouldn't like. I'd probably ask him something totally different.
That has
Just
nothing.
like nothing to do with anything that's going on.
Yeah, like what? Hey, you like this hoodie? This hoodie's fire.
No, I'd probably just ask him some advice about money or something, like about actual like wealth. You know, like I don't get into all that.
Yeah, politics I really don't mess with either. But yeah, I don't even know what I would ask him, bro. To be honest with you, I'm curious to know what Kanye asked him when he visited him.
You know what? That's more and more looking like a power move, to be quite honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
What, Kanye and Trump?
Oh, genius.
Yeah.
Him and Kim. Just genius, man.
Yeah, she getting people out of jail right now.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear Trump's legal dude or whatever that went to jail? Like, he's out now. Crazy. Like, they getting people out of jail right now.
Bro, they don't even hide it no more.
Crazy. 6ix9ine. Hey, 6ix9ine is out of jail now.
I know, but Bill Cosby can't get out. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Let my nigga Bill out.
Bill crazy. How do you feel about 6ix9ine being out?
Personally, to me, I think he was a great entertainer.
Yeah.
I thought his shit was funny. I thought he's, in a way, like in the beginning, he kind of reminded me of myself, like the way he knows, like what emotion he wants to provoke out of someone, like even if it's the reverse of what someone else would do, like he knows how to tie all that shit together.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see like how everything plays out.
Cause didn't it feel like things on the internet got boring a little bit?
Yeah, it got lame. It got like dry.
Yeah, Soldier Boy couldn't carry it out as long.
Yeah, like,
he was the follow up. Huh?
Soldier Boy went to jail.
He's out now though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said something earlier on, right? That words can provoke actions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think 6ix9ine's words provoke the right kind of actions?
I think that they could. I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
So how do you balance out the entertainment versus the impact or potential negative consequences?
I think for him probably is just like he's moving. He's keeping all that in mind. Like I don't think he's.
You think he is?
Yeah, for sure. But see, that's how you do it though. That's how you become a good entertainer. You move as if you're not moving cautiously, but really you've already thought out all these actions. You're like, okay, this would be cool. This would be cool. This would be cool. Let me act wild, even though I planned the whole thing out, and it's gonna catch everyone's attention. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be good.
Tory Lanez was on live, and then 6ix9ine hopped in his comments and was like, "Let me on or play my song or something like that, or I'm a snitch on you."
I don't like that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that stuff.
That's
Why?
great.
Because it's just like there's a thin line whether it's like he's gonna be accepted or not.
The people that were in the street playing the street game got somebody that had a lot of attention, and when you do that, you can't stay low key. And the people in the street that are like doing dirt under the table, the light is going to see the dark eventually. If you're trying to come up and out, so you kind of know what you're signing up for. You get me? I understand what he did, but it's like you can't just put all the blame on one dude because everybody was in on it. You feel me?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a game. Like he
finessed
them. That's really what happened.
Yeah, the big finesse.
Yeah, it sucks, but
wow, man, That's a
The
risky
what?
finesse.
Viewers don't care.
The view, they just
If you're
want to
gonna
see it.
entertain me,
Specific thing.
at the
He's a great entertainer.
He just
Yeah.
want to see it.
doesn't matter what you did.
Yeah.
He's a great entertainer.
That's so true, man.
Yeah.
Like even what was his name? Charles Manson
Yeah.
became a celebrity,
Hmm?
and he murdered a bunch of people.
Wow. The Menendez brothers.
He has so many women
Bro.
on him.
MK Ultra, man. That's
Yeah.
what they're saying that Charles Manson was. MK Ultra. But yeah, they'll turn anybody into a celebrity, man.
That's wild.
Doesn't matter what you've done.
Any last questions for him, Walt, before we take off?
Yeah, man. If you were to give somebody a piece of life advice, what would it be?
Life advice. All right. Let me make this a good one. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of cliche,
Yeah.
but like dead ass, follow your dreams. Like just do that shit, man. Like it's easier to just show someone than tell them, you know.
Right.
That's kind of like what I make all these videos for. Is like I don't want to be the guy saying like follow your dreams and do just come over to this side, see what I'm doing, and then hopefully you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm tripping.
Right, right,
You know,
right.
so for me, I just say follow your dreams, man. Just do that shit. Like, fuck the bullshit. You know what I mean? Just like
Just go get it.
figure it out. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fire.
that's all you
I
can
love
do.
it, man.
All right. Well, that's kind of like a Dear Internet, but let's try the Dear Internet.
Dear internet, wash your hands and stay the fuck away from me. Peace.
Yeah.
For more episodes like this, head over to leakpodcast.com. If you like the content we're putting out, please subscribe.
Yes,
if you want to
sir.
be on the show, 626-209-9402. Call us in for your questions. And like I say always, we like the FUBU of podcasts. And if you don't call, we ain't talking about nothing. So hit us up. Earful 562. Yeah, I mean, we in here, we out here. Till next time, it's the Leak Podcast. Hold on, let me hit him with the. Let's go out here. Good looking out, bro. Yeah.